after the, he plays the G string with the 4th finger on the 7th fret, pulls off to the 4th fret, so, and then he goes to the 4th fret on the D string, so, and then he plays that 7th fret on the G string again, so it's 7, 4, 4th fret D string, 7, so that whole section is, and then he plays the 6th fret and bends up a half step, and that's on the G string. And that's where he goes into, he transfers into the minor pentatonic. He just does this run. So, so he pulls off, he does that half step bend, bends back down, pulls off to the 6th fret, or the 4th fret. So that's the 6th fret bend to the 4th fret. Then he plays the 6th fret and the 4th fret on the D string after that. So then he runs down again the major pentatonic, B major pentatonic. So he goes from the 4th fret on the G string to the 6th to the 4 on the D string. That's what it does. 4th fret G string, 6th fret and 4th fret he's pulling off on the D string, and on the A string 6th fret, 4th fret. Then he goes back up to the D string with the 1st finger on the 4th fret, and he plays that. Then he plays the 6th fret, 4th fret on the A string, and 7th fret, 4th fret on the E string, and then he slides down to the F sharp note. So that whole section is. And the whole thing together slow is. Now when he plays it though, he plays it very dynamically, very subtle, very soft, and I'll try and do that. And I'll try and speed it up. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Allen's got a lot of amazing licks. In fact, there's another lick at the end of that video that I'm going to try and transcribe real quick too. And I hope you enjoyed. And check out guitarbreakdown.com. And there's a lot of cool stuff there. And I'll see you soon. Thanks. Hey guys, so before I go, I just wanted to touch on one thing. I tell my students all the time that when you learn these licks, a good thing to do is break it down into smaller elements, because usually a lot of these licks that are so long, you're not gonna improvise and then all of a sudden throw in this really, really long lick that lasts like 8 measures. So break down the coolest part of the lick and start immediately throwing it into your own playing. And you want to try and disguise the licks. You don't want to just improvise and then play a lick and then improvise and do the same thing, because it'll start sounding that way. Because everybody has a certain way of improvising, and then if you throw in a lick that's pre-rehearsed, a lot of times it sounds like, oh wow, that was too clean and so perfect that it just sounds like a lick. So you kind of don't want to do something if you're playing over. You don't want to do. I mean, that just sounds like you were doing some little improvising stuff and then you threw in this lick. So you want to try and disguise it a little more like that, and I'll try and do that. A little sloppy. But if you heard in there, I did. I don't really know what I did, but I did some kind of. I started doing that typical blues thing. In fact, I did a little chromatic-y kind of. So that's where I threw it in. After I did that typical blues. And that's where then I just continued. So you try and work in and out of a lick. I don't know if that was the greatest example, but you get the idea. Again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.